What'd you see out of Chase on the mound today? Anything surprise you, or was he exactly what you thought he would be?
Nothing surprising. I mean, I just kind of checked on what the vibe was in the dugout beforehand. You know, was he too early, too late? Was he antsy? And he was just kind of hanging out and talking to his teammates. We had some sort of technical issues, so the umpires, it wasn't their fault, but they were late onto the field, so he didn't get out there until probably a few minutes after he expected. And he just spent that time hanging out with his teammates. And then, you know, he pitched kind of how he has in scrimmages for us, which is great because we're certainly facing good competition, as everyone saw tonight, but it's not any different than what we've been doing, so there's no need to kind of add any extras to it. He's already got some good stuff going on, obviously.
Why do you feel comfortable giving him the ball in his first career game, first career start?
Because he doesn't act like a freshman. He certainly does when he's off the field. He's never not smiling, and he acts like he's 6 years old, actually. But like a lot of great players I've coached, they're almost two different people in and out of uniform. And when he's on the field, he's very serious about competing, but more evident is just it's important to him to be great. He wants to be great. And so he, reminiscent of Blake Tidwell last year, he obviously has advanced stuff, but there's a lot of guys across the country that don't, you know, have advanced intangibles or character to go with that advanced stuff if they're fortunate enough to have it. He's kind of got both things going on, and it's fun to watch him.
What did you see from him in that fifth inning, and how good was it for him to kind of work through something in his first start?
Yeah, that was key. So the one question, if I was in your shoes, would be, well, what about going back out there in the sixth? He had only been up to 5 innings and in scrimmages, and then, you know, they put good swings on him, or in my opinion, they had a very competitive approach against him. Just they didn't have a lot going on, and in that inning, that was his first challenge to kind of muster up everything he needed to do to get out of it, and kept his composure. And really, I didn't see anything different, you know, one way or the other, in a negative or positive way. And that's a good thing. A lot of people think you got to step up in those situations. I think it's a lot easier for a guy with good stuff. But the bottom line is just kind of keep plugging away, and you know, that's what he did, and good things happen.
Nice to see the bats going right away.
Yeah, for us, I mean, I would like to see him go, you know, the first 3 innings, some better at bats. But you know, Fisher's good. He's a guy who's got experience pitching on Friday night, and reminiscent of the lefty from Indiana State. I apologize, I can't remember his name. You know, we dropped 2 games of a doubleheader to those guys last year. Similar look from a lefty that can frustrate you if you don't make an adjustment. But the guys were talking in the dugout. They were adamant about, you know, kind of finding a way to get to him, and fortunately they did. So, yeah, offense will come and go. You'd love to see kind of a little bit be there all 9 innings. But the bottom line is you do play 9 innings. So somewhere in there you got to, you know, string some things together, and we did it in a few different innings tonight.
You got some pretty good third basemen the last 2 years. What's it like seeing the guy waiting his turn behind that do what he did tonight?
It's a relief for me. Another coworker said the most exciting thing for him tonight is to get to watch him play, because the kid has done literally everything the right way, anything you would ask, and he's kind of had to bide his time a little bit more than really he should. So for me, it was relief. For another coach, it was excitement. I'm sure it was both things to Trey, and he's capable of being a lot of things on the field, but probably the things that he's best at are things you guys will I don't want to say never see, but you won't see him as often as his coaches and teammates. He's a tremendous leader, and the lead by example thing is to a T with Trey Lipscomb, if that's the right way to say it.
Not just Trey, but there's a few guys tonight that hit homers and played well, who had to wait their turn kind of to play. What's it say about sort of the culture maybe around you? This is a transient sport, you know, guys go here to different places, but you've had guys stay.
Yeah, no, I think our kids enjoy their experience here. They certainly have fun, I know that, but we also push our guys. And if you're being pushed every day and you enjoy coming to work, that's a good combination to get better. And that doesn't mean you're always just going to turn into a superstar or maybe have the best career here or the best time here or whatever it might be. But yeah, there's some guys that have kind of paid their dues, to use that cliche. And there's even a couple that maybe we didn't utilize tonight, and they'll show what they can do. But it kind of makes you feel good as a coach when you come to the park and all the freshmen and all those older guys have been waiting, kind of all have the same attitude. I mean, there was a lot of coaching cliches and a lot of energy going on before the game that made me feel like I didn't really have to do anything except hand the umpire the lineup.
What was the day like for you? I mean, finally getting back coaching this team after the offseason a little shorter than usual, but getting back out there today?
Yeah, in January to start up spring training, normally, at least I'm kind of antsy to like, we got to do this, we got to do that. And for some reason, I wanted to play. Kids always want to play. The coaches are like, hang on, we got to prepare. And I wanted this day to come, more than ever. But as the days go by, there's kind of more, I think I can say BS, that piles up, and it was just nice to move on from a lot of that stuff. And some of those things were great things, getting out in the community, heck, going and watching us play Kentucky in basketball, but also some headaches we got to deal and decisions we got to make in the office. And it was kind of a joy or relaxing just to show up and do what we all like best, game day.
Do you think a lot of that was just building off of what you guys did last season as well?
Yeah, I think so. But again, I think because of what went on last season and now there's more seats and we've got to finish the MVP room, and with progress, I guess, comes a little bit extra work, and that's for everybody in the building. And so we're just juggling, I think, more things than we've ever juggled before. But as far as, last year goes, there's confidence in the players that were here. I think there's a clear vision of what it takes to win. But also, I think in January, there just was a very distinct line that this is 2022, this is this group, and that doesn't mean anything, more than just what I'm saying. I think it's kind of become, the team you saw tonight, you'll see the rest of the spring, and it dates back to January. It's been fun to watch it kind of evolve.
Obviously, you want to see everyone get off to a strong start, but is it more important for those guys stepping into a new role to start fast and kind of get confidence under them?
Yeah, I think so. I know some guys like J.P. Arancibia, his big league debut, almost kind of, shines as bright as you possibly can. But more times than not, you're going to get better as you do stuff, especially for some of these freshmen or even a junior college guy like Seth. Obviously, his third at-bat was better than his first. So it helps to get out there. But, when you're around guys like Jarrell or Trey, you see how it works. They talk to you. And as long as you're just kind of being the same guy you've been in practice, then I think you're good. You wouldn't be out there on game day if what we're seeing on practice or scrimmage day isn't good enough. So I think it's key for the guys who are waiting to get their chance to kind of follow suit there. Yeah, not on Sunday almost. Chase Dolander will start tomorrow. We were kind of wanting to see how tonight would go and also how Cam's finger would be. And I guess it's fine. I don't know. I mean, we told you guys, I forget what I said, but I wasn't expecting him to pitch, and I didn't want to press it. And I think he only threw 15 pitches, so we'll see if he's even available to bounce back. But he was great, and he'll help our efforts on Sunday, and did so tonight too. So Dolander will start, and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.